1 year ago today, George Floyd was murdered by a former Minneapolis police officer. A murder caught on video that sparked outrage and countless protests across the country. And that murder hit close to home for Central Texas because not long before George Floyd was killed, another unarmed black man by the name of Michael Dean was shot and killed by a Temple police officer. I sat down with local activists and organization leaders to reflect on this year, the protesting, its effectiveness, and what else needs to be done to achieve long-lasting change.
Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
But a life was lost. So what do we need to do to keep this from happening again?
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
When a police officer sees a black man or a black woman, what do they see when they see black?
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Black lives do matter, and that stemmed from black lives feeling like they do not matter.
When it comes to protesting, you see different shades of people protesting with us, and I think that's the biggest part of what's going on now, and it's transforming to something bigger that everyone is looking towards the same goal now.
There were demonstrations in the 60s that were peaceful under Dr. King.
There were a strong sense of purpose. And when everyone knows the purpose, I think you'll get the discipline that comes with it.
And then in the late 60s, they turned violent.
In Temple, Texas, at our protest, we didn't have any of that, and I didn't feel at any point my life was in danger.
I want everybody here. Everybody say, I love my black self.
I don't think we would accomplish anything in the Michael Dean situation if we would have went downtown Temple and just broke out all the windows in the stores. What message would that have had?
We asked for peaceful protest, we got a peaceful protest.
Yes, the protest is a great way to express our feelings and get that emotion out, but there is a next steps.
A lot of changes has already happened, but did it take a life to change a law?
No racist police!
Race is a very controversial issue. Racism is a disease.
Getting people who acknowledge that into positions where they can actually affect change is a big part, I believe.
I think the solution is people just being honest and getting out of that shell and getting comfortable with being uncomfortable with situations and conversations that they never had before.
Justice! Justice!
Because prejudice comes from the heart. And there's got to be a change of heart.
And organizations like the NAACP, Let's Move Killeen, and Wake Up Temple are all dedicated to working with local and state leaders to get new laws in place to ensure incidents like the ones that happened to George Floyd and Michael Dean don't happen again.